And we are live. And I am just waiting a few seconds for the amazing, wonderful translators to find me because we have this translated in multiple languages. So, welcome everybody to Big Business Energy. So I am doing this live, and I know I'm doing it on my YouTube and my Facebook, etc. And I am especially doing this in the Access Bars 365 group. What is the Access Bars 365 group? Well, that's where a lot of our bars facilitators and practitioners, etc. are. And what I wanted to invite you to is a class that I have coming up. It starts in 6 days, and it's Big Business Energy. Okay. Big Business Energy. Now, what is Big Business Energy? Good question. It's like, what is Big Business Energy for you? What comes up for you when I talk about big business energy? Like big business energy, what comes up for you? What do you think of? Do you think of like corporations? Do you think of, lots of money? Do you think it's too hard to work? Do you like, what is the insane point of view you have about big business energy that if you didn't have that point of view would allow you to have a different reality with your business? And everything that is where you destroy and uncreate it, right and wrong, good and bad, POC and POD, all nine shorts, boys, perverts, and beyonds. That's the Access Consciousness Clearing Statement, which you can find out more about that at theclearingstatement.com, just in case you have never heard of it before. I know all the bars facilitators and practitioners have heard of it before, though. So, theclearingstatement.com. So let me give you an example. So this is a 5-month course that I have, a class that I have going on. And over those 5 months, we will be talking about some different topics and about creating your business. And the prerequisite is that you must have done a Business Done Different class. It doesn't have to be with me. It can be with any Joy Business facilitator. And you have to have an access business. It could be anything. You could be a certified facilitator. You could be a bars facilitator. You could be a facelift facilitator. It's a body process. You could be a practitioner. Like you could just be running bars, not just running bars, but you could be running bars and that's your business, okay? My request here is that we step up. Now, I can talk to you about the tools. You have to choose it. One of your greatest potencies that you have is your choice. I was talking to someone this morning and they were talking about how they've pretty much lived most of their life and including everything with business in 10-second conclusions rather than 10-second choice. Every single 10 seconds, you have a choice. Okay, so this 10 seconds, what question can you ask? What can you choose? What can you be with your business today? Rather than how many of you are going to the conclusion. Every 10 seconds, you go to a conclusion of a project or a class or a business rather than be in question, okay? So I was talking to a facilitator yesterday, and this is a really common story, is that they have a class that's going on in a city. It's a 3-day body class, and they have a 3-day body class that's going on in a city. And at the same time, there's another facilitator doing a class. And they said, can you help me? What do I do? And I said, well, why are you making that relevant? Most cities have a lot of people, right? And this city, this country has a lot of people. And they said, well, should I do it at another time? Or should I, not do it on that weekend? Should I, all this stuff? And I said, what if you allow this to be a big question, not a small question? Because every single time you go to that energy of being competitive, or you don't want to step on someone's toes, or your class is not going to work based on, somebody else is doing a class, any of those points of view and those judgments that you have create this small, finite energy rather than the big business energy. And I said, a better question is it the time for you to go? Like, will this work? Not relevant that somebody else is doing a class. For me, and I know Gary asked for this a long time ago, what if we had access consciousness classes in every city, in every country, every weekend? There was so much going on that we had, a bars class, foundation, multiple of them, body classes, a choice for possibilities, an ESB, all these classes going on in the same city at the same time, because every single person on the planet was choosing consciousness. What about that? What would it take for that to show up in that big business energy? So with this story of, this facilitator saying, should I go here? I said, have it be a big question. And the bigger question is that the weekend? Is that the time I go? What will this create? Will this create something greater? Okay. So don't let your business be a small question. Have it be a bigger question, because even the fact that conversation came up, ask a question. Okay. When the conversation comes up, it's not about going to conclusion. It's about being in question. Okay. And part of what I get is part of the adventure of living in the adventure of your business is your ability to choose and be in question. Okay. That big business energy. What else is possible beyond this? Okay. Great question. Even if you walk away right now after watching this live and just ask that, what else is possible beyond this? So let's do this. Take a moment and take a breath. Put your attention on your business as it currently is right now. Notice how it's got like a few, I'm going to say like these crunchy areas. So put your attention on your business. And what I want you to do is I want you to destroy and uncreate all the judgments that you have of you in business, of your business, everything you've decided is not possible, and ask to break down those barriers of limitations between you and the success that I know you deserve. And just allow that to melt away. And notice how much you try so desperately to hold on to it, because everything that you've defined yourself as with your business and in business, you've decided that that's what's relevant. You've decided that that's the conclusionary reality that you must choose. What if there was something different to receive? What if being in the question and out creating this energy, which is a great topic because it's not going into competition, it's literally out creating. You are every single thing that you've chosen so far, you are out creating that energy. And ask, what would it take for my business to exponentialize so that there is a universe of possibilities available? And everything at that is times a godzillion, we destroy and uncreate it. Right and wrong, good and bad, pock and pot, all nine shorts, boys, perverts, and beyonds. All you have to do is look outside, look at nature. Okay, so nature has this presumptive reality that you will just be, that you will be. You will not conclude, you will be in question. You are malleable. The planet is malleable. Your business is malleable. So everywhere that you are making your business something that is solid and real and significant and must look a certain way, will you destroy and uncreate it? Right and wrong, good and bad, pock and pot, all nine shorts, boys, perverts, and beyonds. What if you could acknowledge how malleable your business is? And it's like allow that space to enter into it and bend your business to the way that you desire it to be. And do you even know what that is? What are you asking for with your business? So for me, when I met Gary Douglas, the founder of Access Consciousness, a long time ago, 24 years ago, and when I went to some of his classes and heard him speak, and I was like, oh my goodness, this guy's amazing. And it was more so these tools are phenomenal. These tools are so great and so easy. I mean, that's the mantra of Access Consciousness. All of life comes to us with ease, joy, and glory. And I remember looking at this going, what would it take for every single person in the entirety of the world to know that Access Consciousness exists so that they can choose it? Now, here's the caveat. They don't have to choose it. I get that. I get there's people in the world who have no desire for something greater. death and taxes, that's all there is, and then you die. That's okay. That's okay. Other people can choose that. I know that's not what I'm here for. And I was always looking for something greater. I was seeking something greater. So by the time I met Gary Douglas, I was just like, oh my goodness, what he was talking about so matched the energy of what I was looking for, what I was seeking. It was congruent with what I knew I could choose. What's congruent with your ask? What are you asking for? What do you know that you can choose? Why did you start an Access Consciousness business? What for? Now, if you look at the energy of that, because like I said, for me, I went, what would it take for every single person in the world to know that Access Consciousness exists? That is one of my requests of the universe and a demand of me to do everything I can to have that be a reality. Okay. So I have a podcast that's Choice, Change, and Action. That's a weekly podcast. People can come on that. It's absolutely free. I talk about access all the time. I give tools out. I have my YouTube channel. Dane here has his YouTube channel. There is facilitators all over the world in all different languages. And they also have different podcasts and different YouTube channels, etc. So that's available. Every single person can get that for free. And then there's the amazing Access Consciousness classes. And if you're listening to this and you have an Access Consciousness business, that's where you come in. How big are you willing to go? Are you wired for success? And what comes up for you? Yes or no? Are you wired for success? And then I'm going to ask you, what is success to you? Is success something that you only calibrate by the amount of money that shows up in your bank account? Or do you find yourself being successful when you're facilitating a class and you see that change in somebody, in that aha moment where they're like, oh, I get it. I've been gaslighted my whole life by my family or something. And then they finally have the freedom to realize that they have choice. They can choose something different, or realizing that maybe poverty and scarcity does not have to be the reality that they choose. And you see that change in somebody. For me, that's a success. Gratitude. You cannot have judgment and gratitude in the same space. What if success is the gratitude that you have for you, that you have for the Access Consciousness tools, that you have for everybody that comes along to your class? Asking for that energy of gratitude to exponentialize and explode into a universe of possibilities. Everything that doesn't allow that to show up, we destroy and uncreate it. Right and wrong, good and bad, POC and POD, all nine shorts, boys, provids, and beyonds. So whatever story you are currently telling yourself right now about you in business and about your business, will you destroy and uncreate it? Right and wrong, good and bad, POC and POD, all nine shorts, boys, provids, and beyonds. You and your choices can change anything and everything. What is it you would like to change with your business? What is it you would like to choose with your business? Now, you can come join us on Big Business Energy. Like I said, it starts in 6 days. It's, these random calls. You'll get all the dates, once you sign up, etc. And the idea is, let's talk about some stuff and let's give you some home play, okay? And I will talk about many different things and it's up to you too. What questions do you have, and what questions would you like to talk about? Like, what topics, what conversations would you like to have? But if you look at being a part of Big Business Energy, where's your business in 5 years' time? Are you choosing to be with your business, to work with your business, or are you choosing from conflict and judgment? I mean, a lot of us choose from judgment and conflict with our bodies. A lot of us choose from judgment and conflict with money. And a lot of us choose from conflict and judgment with business. What if that was no longer the reality that you chose? What if Big Business Energy was no judgment? What if Big Business Energy was being in question? What if Big Business Energy was the generosity of spirit that you can be and you can receive? What if Big Business Energy is about the gratitude and the joy that you can choose every single day. Everything that doesn't allow you to have that and know that that's possible, we destroy and uncreate it. Right and wrong, good and bad, POC and POD, all nine, shorts, boys, perverts, and beyonds. Yes, there is a, Graham, if you can put the link there, somebody's asking for the URL for the Big Business Energy so that they can sign up. That would be amazing. Maybe if we leave that up there for a little bit, you can go to SimoneMilasas.com/BBE. BBE for Big Business Energy. So I'm just going to talk about one last story here too, because one of the topics that I know I will look at is the 5 elements of intimacy. Now, the 5 elements of intimacy is gratitude, trust, honor, allowance, and vulnerability. I first started using those tools when I was looking at relationships, okay? Because a lot of the times when you're looking for a relationship, you tend to look for somebody else to be grateful for you or to be trusting of you, to be honoring of you, being an allowance of you. And in truth, you need to have that with yourself, okay? So 5 elements of intimacy: trust, honor, gratitude, allowance, and vulnerability. So something that I run a lot too is, where are you not being those 5 elements of intimacy with your business? Just have a look at that, okay? Maybe write it on some Post-it notes and put it up on your bathroom mirror. And every day when you're brushing your teeth, just POC and POD everywhere that you're not being in allowance of your business. You're not trusting your business. You're not being vulnerable with your business. You're not being honoring of your business. You're not being grateful for your business. And you can put money in there too. And everything at that is times a godzillion, right and wrong, good and bad, POC and POD, all nine, shorts, boys, perverts, and beyonds. I am at El Lugar at the moment in Costa Rica. It's a property that we have, and it's phenomenal. Okay, it's so phenomenal. We just did the certified facilitator training here. We've got benevolent capitalism starting in a few days with myself, Gary, and Dane. Then I've actually got relationships done, different class that I'm doing here as well. And then we've got the 6-day event. So I'm here for 39 nights, and it's incredible. I'm really lucky. I have my horse here, Pluma. She's just wonderful. Oh, if you want to find out more about El Lugar, everything too, go to SimoneMilasas.com/Telegram. Not sure why we have Simone there. Maybe that's, I don't know. Anyway, I know it goes to SimoneMilasas.com/Telegram, and you can go to my Engage with Simone Telegram thread. And I'm doing these little stories about El Lugar, just really quick ones so that you can see it. But one of the things I have really delved into here is trust. And mainly because I've been riding my horse every day. And I realized at one point I had this massive bruise on my leg from the 2nd day riding, because I was riding so badly. And my body, I'm sorry, to my horse's body, everything was just not congruent. It was just smashing apart and it wasn't good, right? So I have this massive bruise on my leg. And I was like, what am I doing here? What am I choosing? And I realized I was trying to control everything that was going on about riding. Okay. Now you've got this massive animal that you're sitting on top of, but what's sitting on top of the animal? My body. So I went, Simone, what if I started trusting my horse? Her name is Pluma, and trusting my body, and I get out of my own way. Right. And so something you can do with this too is, if you think a lot and you have, because literally at the front part of your brain is where you think. Like, you notice when people go, let me think about this. And they might even tap their head or etc. Why? Because that's where you're thinking. Okay. So what I was doing when I was writing was pushing all of that was going on here to the back of my head. So push it to the back of your head if you're one of those people who thinks a lot. And I went, okay, what would it take for me to trust my horse and trust my body? And really trust my body and my horse. And I'm there present as well as the being, the infinite being. Okay. So this is a story about me riding my horse, but where are you getting your business all bruised up because you're just like hitting it and you're not riding it properly and you're all over the place? Okay. What if you actually trusted your business too? And I was looking at this last night. I didn't sleep that well, but it's fine. I'm good. And I was lying in bed asking about trusting my business. Trusting what is showing up. How many times when something doesn't show up the way you think it should, you go to the wrongness, you go to judgment, you go to something that you have to fix, or the, oh no, Dios mío. Remember I spoke about what's your story? What's your story with your business? And you go to the, oh no, rather than, well, hang on a second. What's right about this I'm not getting? Business. Show me what it is that you would like to be. What magic and miracles are possible with your business today that you have not yet been willing to receive? And everything at that is times a Godzilla, we destroy and uncreate it. Right and wrong, good and bad, POC and POD, all nine, shorts, boys, POVIDs, and beyonds. What if big business energy was you coming out of judgment? What if big business energy was you receiving? What if big business energy was you having way too much fun every single day with your life, living, and your business? And everything it doesn't allow you to choose that and know that that's possible, will you destroy and uncreate it? Right and wrong, good and bad, POC and POD, all nine, shorts, boys, POVIDs, and beyonds. Look, you can join up with this class, and we've got the link there below. It's a 5-month program. I would love to have you there. For me, this class is going to be more like there's topics I want to talk about and go over, but I want this to be more really engagement. Like if you can make it to the classes live, I understand that, people are all over the world. We've got a lot of languages that are signed up for this as well. So if we keep those languages, make sure, and you're interested, make sure you sign up in the next few days so that we don't cancel your language on you, okay? Don't be humanoid and do it at the last minute. It's like sign up now if it's something that you're interested in. And if you are, great. I want this to be more like this sort of private session mentality, because I want to know what's up in your world, what's up with your business, and what can I contribute to you and to your business to help just explode it, right? Because it's time, ladies and gentlemen, it's so time. It's like the world requires more of these tools. The world requires to wake the hell up and have more consciousness here. I know that there's a lot of other people and ways to create consciousness on the planet, and I'm really grateful for everyone. And access consciousness is, I guess, the quickest way that I've ever found, like the tools of even just being in question. It changes everything. It changes the trajectory of your life and your business so that you can have something greater. So if you're in, that's amazing. If you're not, that's okay too. All right. That's okay too. Please just listen to this. Start being in question more and come out of judgment of you and your business. Just keep going. Okay. Don't quit. Keep going. You've got this, okay? You've got this, you've got this, you've got this. And I look forward to seeing so many of you in 6 days when we start this. So that's it for me. Now I'm off to a Conscious Source, Conscious Writer class. So don't forget, you can go to SimoneMilasas.com/BBE. What's it stand for? Big Business Energy. And I want to say thank you so much for everyone who's working with me on this and all the translators. You guys are amazing. Oh, I just realized. Look, I have my Joy Business earrings in. Can you see them? There we go. Joy Business earrings. And I've also got my Joy Business pendant here, all made out of gold. And you can buy them as well. So yeah, I love them. This is my Conscious Horse, Conscious Rider jewelry. I'm about to go play with horses. So again, thank you for being here, translators. You absolutely rock. And I'll see you guys somewhere in the world, maybe on the course, but if not, somewhere in the world. Have an amazing day wherever you are. Thank you so much. Bye, everybody.